I feel like I can't see because I can't hear anything.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like
That's
looking,
what
but I'm like, I can't see because I have headphones on.
You ready? Hi everybody, welcome back to episode 3
of season 2.
This week we are kicking off with our favourite horror stories.
Yeah.
We decided not to limit it to sex horror stories this time.
Yeah.
Just because there were so many people that had, there's so many people not having sex and just having trauma elsewhere.
Those poor people. I mean, I think that is the trauma. If we just got sex horror stories that were like, I haven't had sex for 10 years.
Yeah,
that'd be the scariest. I don't need to cough.
She will edit this.
Dying. I will probably leave this in though. That's the in the corner.
So as you know, we requested, sorry.
Yeah, there's cat hair on mine as well, actually.
Cat mark. So last week we asked our viewers to send through some horror stories.
Yeah.
Our first story. Do you want to give the honors?
Yes, I can. As if my contact is saved as Courtney Werrett model. As a student nurse, I was working as an on-call AIN at an aged care facility. I think this was my favourite facility actually. But the resident was new, they said, and I'd never worked with him before. And he was really bossy, like he wanted everything done in a certain way, otherwise he would keep saying no. Like he was supposed to use a walker, but he would refuse and say, no, I use the towel to move. So he would have this towel that he would stand on and then swivel with his feet to sort of pivot because he was unsteady on his feet. This man refused to use a walker and he's just like swiveling on this towel. But we were all worried he would slip and fall, so we tried to convince him against it, but he wouldn't listen. Anyway, so I was in the room with him and another AIN, so another like young nurse, and he was supposed to have a shower. He refused and requested to be washed sitting down. This is something that we usually do for like bedridden people, like a pits and bits shower, but this guy could walk and stand for a shower, so yeah. Anyway, he ended up telling me that he wanted only his crotch washed, meaning his dick and balls and nothing else. He asked me to put cream on it too. The other nurse straight up looked at me and was like, you gonna do it? And I was like, okay, I guess I had to. She said, if you feel uncomfortable or if something's not right, just leave. And then she left.
And then she left!
Ha 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 ha. I was so uncomfortable, it didn't even dawn on me that it wasn't like a normal, it was unreasonable until after the fact. Yeah, the other girl just left her to do it. He just sat on the chair in the bedroom, he didn't even want to go to the bathroom to do it. It was a bit odd.
So it's so funny that she had this experience because I used to work in a nursing home. One of my residents was a very, very extremely old Italian man who struggled to walk and stand, but he did. But he also suffered severe dementia, so he'd revert back to his Italian. So he didn't understand English. So like when he would revert back to his Italian, he would also revert back to a time where he was still married and had kids and lived on a farm. So there was one morning where I had gotten him out of bed and like, you know, do our morning routine and like we have to shower them and get them ready for in case they have guests for the day or whatever. He was fighty as soon as he woke up. So I already knew that he was going through an episode of really bad dementia that morning. And when I went back in there and had to shower him, I got physically and verbally attacked by this man because I wasn't his wife and I was touching his bits. Yeah, like bashing me with stuff, like hitting me and stuff, like to the point where I had to remove myself because they tell you as a nurse that if you're getting physically
you shouldn't have to go through that.
You don't have to, no, we didn't have to put up with that. But also at the same time, this man still has to be washed, like it's not his fault, he's going through that. And so like I had to remove myself and get one of the older nurses to come in, like a proper nurse, to sedate him.
Yeah, instead of just...
And wash him, and she did it, and I couldn't do it. But yeah, I feel that. Like, I got proper, like, battered, like, putana, get the fuck away from, like, I was scared for my life. You know, we had an old lady who would throw feces literally at you if you tried to walk in to wipe her.
Oh my god! I have a friend who's a prison guard, and they literally have a name for people who throw feces because so many of them do.
They do.
They call them bronzes.
But the nurses would play scissors, paper, rock on who would be the one to go in there and get her off the toilet because they knew what was going to happen.
And this is why we wanted to do horror stories that weren't just sex related, because, well, even though that's kind of sex related, it's like,
well, that's work related.
It's not just men that we hate, right? It's also elderly men in nursing homes.
Doesn't matter what age your penis is.
Doesn't matter what age. It still hurt us.
I've got one that's a friend one, so not a work one, a friend one. Okay, so she goes, I was best friends with a girl for years and I had a huge crush on this guy. I can already see where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
I obviously told her I like him and stuff, and then at a party we were all hanging out in a bed, us three and others, and then my friend and the guy I liked started talking about threesomes, and I was like, no, and then I left. And tried to get my friend to come with me, but she didn't, so I just left. I walked back in and her and my crush were fucking. You know, like,
women!
fuck.
I'm such a girl's girl,
Yeah,
but like,
I don't have words for this because like, your close friends are the people you tell everything to. Like,
yeah.
You have to be a really fucking evil person
to take that and go, I'm gonna go talk to the guy. And then to talk about threesomes is just like, you just know that wasn't to include the friend, it was to make the guy horny.
Yeah.
She's going lesbians and he's going, yeah. It's clearly not a story where her best friend's in love with her and she's trying to use this guy as a way in. It's just, I want to fuck the guy that you like. Like,
there's a word for these type of friends and I forget what it's called, like the friends
shit friends?
Yeah, well, definitely.
Yeah.
But like, for the type of friends that want the things that you want.
Yeah, the jealous, yeah.
Like literally that want to be you. They're not really your friend. They just obsess over you, but in
just
bad
want what
ways.
you want.
So anything that you want, they will try and get for themselves and they're like, I got it first.
And the fact that they were all sitting on a bed at a party is also very like...
Red flag.
Yeah. This reminds me of multiple things actually. I just had a thought with the bed at the party. I had a party a while ago and the guy I was seeing was, I didn't know where he was. I was outside like having a smoke on my balcony and like 3 girls run up to me and they're like, the guy you're seeing is in your room with this other girl and she's showing him her OnlyFans account.
I remember you telling me this.
And I was like, what? And I went in the room and she's like sitting on, the lights are off. Like, my room's dark. And I have a 1-bedroom apartment, so like the rest of the apartment's like the lights are on, but my room's dark and they're sitting in the dark and she's like, yeah, and it's my business. She was like the sweetest girl too.
No, this is the same girl that took someone else's boyfriend.
Yeah, she's like, she was a menace. And we didn't know this until like about this party was kind of when we were all like, wait a minute, something's not right. Like any guy that someone was seeing, she found as like a target. And I was just like, get out of my room. She left things at my apartment and I kept them. But
oh, actually, speaking of threesomes, I guess I'll throw in my story.
Yeah.
But it's a friendship fallout, so it's not really a sex horror story. We were friends for years and years, and she had gotten into a relationship. The dude was a fucking mental case, like a proper mental case. Controlling and aggressive and whatever. She called me one morning and she was really upset because the night before her partner had asked for a threesome. She was like, with you. And I had never met this person before. Like, they had just started seeing each other. I had never met them.
wait, how long have they been dating?
Like 3 months-ish.
Ugh.
Like, I hadn't...
But even minus you, 3 months and then asking for a threesome is like...
Yeah. So I had never met him. I've never met him face to face. We weren't friends on socials. Like, I didn't even know how to spell his name. She calls me and she's like, she's telling me what happened the night before. And then she's like, I want you to block him on all of your social medias. And I was like, okay. I was like, how do you spell his name? Because I literally didn't know even how to spell his name. I'm like, I'm blocking everything. I don't give a shit. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know
that's
this
fine.
person.
It doesn't give you, it's no loss to you to block him.
She's important to me.
I think that's fine.
Whatever
Yeah.
makes her happy, whatever.
Yeah, totally.
But then she started getting real weird with me. Hey, I wasn't allowed to be around him. Like, if she had plans with him, it was like, you're going to work tonight, right? Like, it was like, she made sure that I wasn't around. And then it got to the point where, like, my everyday wear, which is like my active wear that I wear to the gym, that I wear in public, that I wear
to work.
I wear to work, to go grocery shopping. She became uncomfortable with me wearing that around her because she didn't want her partner to rock up and see me like that.
It's just like...
And then it got to the point where just like, I didn't hear from her again.
That's so unfair to you because it makes you feel like you're a problem, you're doing something wrong when you're literally just living your life.
I sent her a text message a few months after that, when I still hadn't heard from her, and mind you, this is someone I was speaking to every day for years.
Yeah.
And not only that, but we'd get angry at each other if we hadn't heard from each other.
Yeah.
Like where the fuck have you been?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? After I hadn't heard from her for a few months, and I cried about it a few times, I sent her a message saying, I miss and I love you. And I got nothing back. And I still haven't got anything back. So
That's wild.
And like, if I did do something, talk to me.
You didn't, though.
I know, but
it's
like
clearly insecurity. But the fact that you've been friends for years and then this fucking guy 3 months in, and then to make you feel like you have to
and
change.
Obviously he's gone through my socials to know what I look like, to have even suggested
Yeah,
me.
you haven't met. Oh, I just thought of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because he's never met me, so why would he have suggested me?
Yeah, and then he's like gone through your socials and not requested to follow you, which like if my friend has told me about a friend and I stalk them, I'm gonna follow them because like I want to be friends with your friend.
That would be like
Yeah,
that'd be like your boyfriend saying randomly to you, let's ask Maddie for a threesome.
Yeah.
I haven't even met him yet.
No. But he's like a big fan of the podcast.
No, I know. So he knows what I look like.
Yeah,
but like that's the same position.
Totally.
And then you turning around to me and not wanting to be my friend anymore.
Yeah, which would like I wouldn't.
And
I wouldn't.
But I didn't do anything wrong.
No.
And it hurt me because it was like you thought that I would do that to you as well.
Yeah.
Or did you just like not want to risk that he would do that to you?
I don't think she was thinking about you or your intentions.
No, she was thinking about him and his intentions.
About him, his intentions, and then how do I stop him from feeling that way?
Easy, by
just
not having
take
me around.
out of the equation, which is so fucked and unfair. And like, the thing is if she's still with him, then if she's still with him, there will be some other hot girl in his life or in her life that he's probably jumped to.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, let's have a threesome with this person.
Or he would just never bring it up again and go have sex with someone else behind her back. Because
Yeah, that's probably, like, if that hasn't happened, that's probably happening, unfortunately. I've got a funny threesome story too. But,
we just got another one.
Yay!
It's an audio.
Oh, is it? Do you want to just text and say, is it okay if we play the audio?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I had a guy ask me for a threesome, but it was with another guy.
Yeah.
We were seeing each other for like a couple of months before he brought it up. He kept asking me if I wanted to try anything else in the bedroom. And I was like, he's fishing for something. But I didn't know what.
He wants to.
Because he wants to. And then eventually he was like, how do you feel about a threesome? And I assumed he meant with another woman. And I was like, maybe if like the time, because this was before we were like seeing each other like super seriously. I was like, maybe if like we were out and we met someone and it was like a thing, maybe like I want to do it eventually. And then he was like, because I want to watch another guy fuck you. And I was like, another guy? Okay, no. With another guy, like, he's gonna be like inside me. I don't know, man. What was weirder was he had a guy in mind, and the way he sold it to me was, he's done this before with another girl that he was friends with and sleeping with the same other guy, which like, why do you want to sleep with the same other guy? Anyway, he was like, I don't want to do anything with the guy, but I think he fucking did. It was his drug dealer. He couldn't show me a photo of this guy that wasn't blurry and didn't have like his phone in the way. Like, I was like, I don't know what this guy looks like. And then he was also like, yeah, afterwards he'll just keep saying I was better, wasn't I? And he'll like try and ask you to see him again, and he would be like, but just block him. And I was like, what? I was like, I don't even know this man. And then I ghosted this guy for 4 months, and then I started seeing him again. And then, do you know how long it took him to fucking bring up the threesome thing again? Like, a month, maybe. Like, a couple of weeks, and then he was fucking trying.
With the same dude?
With the same dude. He was like, I'll try and get
Do you think that he was getting
come
like
over
free
so you can meet
drugs?
him. He
Or
didn't
something?
even do drugs regularly. This is what I
How do
think.
you have a drug
This
dealer if you
guy-
don't do drugs regularly?
That's how he said he knew this guy. He was like, oh, he's my drug dealer, but he never did drugs. Like, we smoked weed like twice in the like 8 months or whatever I was seeing this guy. And I was like, I think you want to fuck this guy. Or he was really into the watching someone else fuck. But why this specific guy?
Alright, we got another one. We're going to play on the audio.
Okay, so my horror story is I was seeing this musician slash like theater boy for a bit. And we were, together all one time. was handing me a baby wipe. And he did this thing after we'd fuck where he would take me down and play me a song on a piano. Let me tell you, I never fucking went back.
What was the blood from?
What? Wait!
Where was the blood?
No!
Where did the blood come from?
Why would you give us all the story?
Where's the blood from? And also, what fucking song do you sing to someone after you bleed all over their teeth?
So many questions!
This is like...
One, where did the blood come from?
Yeah.
Two, who the fuck sits at a piano after you've been fucked?
Why did she stay?
Like, the baby wipe being a regular thing, is like, the baby wipe, is that how you cleaned yourself up? Or is that like, did you get bled on regularly?
Or is that the cum rag?
I'm picturing like, what's that movie where she gets a pig's blood dropped on her?
Carrie.
Carrie, I'm picturing Carrie, but like a little Carrie walking down the stairs to the piano. I want to know where the blood came from!
So I feel like it has to be his nose.
Wait, I'm gonna message her right now. Be like, where did the blood come from?
Where's the
We need this answered before the potty is over. Hopefully she actually replies to me in 3 to 7 business days and not like she usually does.
Yeah,
next
literally.
week.
We will just never know where the blood came from.
We'll never know. She won't even
Stay tuned to
respond.
next week's
Every time I
episode.
ask, she will just disappear.
Yeah.
One eternity later.
Blood nose. Blood nose.
Blood nose!
Blood nose.
Blood nose! I'm kind of scared it was going to be like ear blood or something weird. You know? Like a cut. That's gross.
How do you fuck someone that bloody, care so little about them that you give them a baby wipe to wipe over it, but then take them down and serenade them with the piano?
Maybe when he fucks people, he gets nosebleeds. And then he's just like, oh yeah, baby wipes.
It's like he's coming from the wrong end. No babies that way.
No babies.
He's bleeding, not coming.
Yeah. Thanks for sending your traumas in. We really enjoyed judging them.
Send in more because we will do this at least
Again.
once or twice a season.
We'll see how entertaining they are.
Yeah. I would like to do Am I the Asshole episodes once or twice too. Just because
It's just you and me
Yeah, it's
talking about what we do on a daily basis. It's like,
they're
am
not
I the asshole? Because at the grocery store yesterday, and then also this morning on the way here when I was driving, and then also last night when my mom texted me, like, am I the asshole? That's gonna be it. It's just gonna be you and me having normal everyday conversations with people going.
I had
"Stacey
no
Bennett."
intention of reading Am I the Asshole blogs from anyone else.
No,
I
it's
wanted
just
to
gonna
be
be
asked.
us. And then you're gonna try and give us advice, and we're gonna be like, no.
Yeah.
No, you weren't there.
You weren't there.
Stand.
I don't care about what you think, I don't care about what they think.
Yeah.
But then also if you tell me I'm an asshole, I don't care.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, yeah, I think we should do an asshole where like, am I an asshole? And have a whole episode on it, but like not other people's things, but am I an asshole?
Yeah. Let us know if you want us to talk about our assholes.
Let me know if you wanted us to talk about our assholes.
Yeah.
There goes our butt stuff.
No.
Alright, we'll see you next week, fuckers.
Yeah.
Have a good week.
Or don't.
Or don't,
And then tell us about it.
Jinx! Jinx! Alright,
Ew,
bye.
Bye.
I do this every time because I hate you.